Yo, what's up, everybody? How y'all doing? Welcome back to the channel. Y'all already know it's your boy Ice, man. How's everybody day going? Shoot, I'm alive, so I ain't gonna complain. I got a lot going on, but I ain't gonna complain. You know what I'm saying? Gotta give God thanks. Live to see another day. Even with the struggles, at least I got life. Once there's life, there's hope. And I got hope that things gonna get better. And we gonna talk about it. Y'all gonna have to bear with me a little bit because I have some notes, but they're on my phone. So a lot of this vlog, I may end up looking down a lot on my phone. So I want to go ahead and apologize right now, because the simple fact for me doing that is because I'm reading from notes on my phone, because I wanted to be a little bit more prepared for this vlog for you guys today. Now, I know a lot of times I always talk about depression, but I wanted to go a little deeper into describing what depression really means. All right. So depression happens when people develop a disposition to view things from a negative standpoint, right? When situations and circumstances go bad, the thoughts that are negative tend to override the thoughts that are positive. So you end up thinking so much more on what is negative about the situation and looking at what's positive about it. So what I have written here is depression happens because people develop a disposition to view situations and circumstances in a habitual, negative, and biased way, leading them to habitually experience negative feelings and emotions as a result. Again, depression happens because people develop a disposition to view situations and circumstances in a habitually negative and biased way, leading them to habitually experience negative feelings and emotions as a result. Now, today I want to talk about beliefs. Beliefs in the sense of how the negative thoughts and emotions come about. How do people with depression get to the point of getting these negative thoughts? Because there's a lot of people that go through life that think about things from a negative standpoint. There's a lot of people that know how to turn their minds away from the negative and make it positive. Not all of us are that strong. Not all of us are that are that good. So I feel like if I get people to understand the differences in beliefs for those who are experiencing depression themselves, and also for those who are around people who suffer from depression, or for those people who just want to know about depression, just know about it. All right. And again, like I said, I'm going to be doing a lot of reading from my phone, so I want you to bear with me because of that. So there are 3 different types of beliefs. There are core beliefs, intermediate beliefs, and dysfunctional beliefs. All right. And I'm going to give you the explanation of all 3 based on the psychological way of thinking about things. And of course, the Broward Sheriff Chopper wants to go over my home at this very moment, but that's what you get for recording outside, right? Anyways, so I'm gonna go through talking about the 3 different beliefs as far as understanding depression, treating depression is concerned. Like I said, the 3 beliefs are core beliefs, intermediate beliefs, and dysfunctional beliefs. So core beliefs are fundamental assumptions people have made that influence how they view the world and themselves. People get so used to thinking in these core ways that they stop noticing themselves or questioning themselves. Simply put, core beliefs are unquestioned background themes that govern depressed people's perceptions. For example, a depressed person might think, I am unlovable, or I'm inadequate or inferior, and because these beliefs are unquestioned, they are acted upon acted upon as though they are real and true. And if you know somebody that has depression, or someone has said those things around you, and you realize that they're starting to act as though that they believe those things, that's why, because of those core beliefs. Because you start to believe that you're unlovable, or you're not pretty, or you're too fat, or you're too skinny, or whatever the situation is you start to get those beliefs, and those beliefs start changing your behavior, and then your behavior start to reflect those beliefs as though they're true. The next one is intermediate. So intermediate beliefs can influence people's views as start over. Intermediate beliefs can influence people's view of a particular situation by generating automatic thoughts, the actual thoughts or images that people experience flitting through their minds. Automatic thoughts are evaluative cognitions which occur in response to a particular situation. They are spontaneous, hence why they're automatic. Automatic thoughts occur effortlessly, more or less all the time. Most of the time, we are unaware that they are occurring, not because they are unconscious sorts of things, but rather because we're used to them, that we don't notice them anymore. So it's kind of like I've explained before, where you get the automatic emotions and feelings where you don't even realize that you're thinking that thought. Like it becomes so automatic that it's there. You never realize it anymore so much, because it's almost like it's a second nature thing. It's almost like it's become natural, like it's a usual thing to happen, because of that, and that's the automatic thoughts. Something that you get to a point where if you don't notice it, you can't control it. If you don't notice that it's coming in, or that is what's going on, what's occurring, then chances are you're already at a loss. And my battery is dying. But anyways, you're already at a loss going in. And the final one would be dysfunctional beliefs. Now, ooh, I can't talk. Anyways, dysfunctional beliefs are thinking habits that people learn, which happen to be rational and not based on reality. Because such beliefs are not linked to reality very well, they tend to appear rather distorted when compared with reality. I actually want to backtrack a little bit, because I just realized that I jumped over something. I wanted to break down the intermediate beliefs just a little bit more, because when you go into the intermediate beliefs, there are, I think it's six other automatic thoughts that I want to explain, because I feel like that'll kind of get people to understand a little bit more, where depressed people are coming from, in, as far as not being able to control your thoughts, not being able to control your actions, and stuff like that. So catastrophizing, always anticipating the worst. No matter what the situation is, no matter what you're going through, you're always just expecting the worst. For example, if your boss calls you into the office, automatically you're thinking, oh man, he's going to criticize me, I'm probably going to get fired, I'm probably going to get written up. There's no logical reason. You know within your heart you haven't done anything wrong. But because of the depression, it's an automatic trigger. It's an automatic thought that you can't control it. It comes. Whenever a situation arises where circumstances pop up, you automatically, that thought automatically becomes present. It's not something that you welcome, you don't draw it in. It's because of the depression, it's there. Filtering is exaggerating the negative and minimizing the positive, which obviously is a trait of depressed people, because depressed people are always filled with negative thoughts, and in order for you to be filled with negative thoughts, you got to be suppressing the positive. And that's what we tend to do a lot, is whatever situation we're going through, we always dwell on what's negative about it. We always live on what's wrong about the situation, more than we try to look at what's positive about it. If, say for example, you take a test and you got 80%, but you still got a B plus or a A, you might be upset and say, man, I should have studied harder, I'm stupid, whatever the case may be, just because you missed 2 questions or a few questions or whatever the case may be, without even stopping for a second and looking and say, damn, I actually did good anyways if you look at it. So instead of looking at the positive in the situation, saying you still did good, you kind of dwell on it more and say, man, I did bad, I should have studied harder, I missed those questions, which a normal person would look at it and say, but you're not being logical, but not understanding that because of the depression, you get these automatic thoughts that trigger negative responses to situation and circumstances. Personalizing is another thing that we do when you're in the intermediate belief stage. When you start to personalize things, you automatically accept blame whenever something goes wrong. If you're in a car somewhere and say someone swerved and it's not your fault, you got nothing to do with it, it's their own fault, but it caused an accident, you automatically feel like it's your fault. You automatically you take blame for it. If you call someone and they don't call you back, which I tend to do, sometimes you feel like, oh, I'm a boring person, this person don't want to hang out with me, I'm a horrible person, I'm not a good friend, and you start to just kind of like putting blame on yourself when it probably has nothing to do with you. Maybe it's that person, or maybe they're not at a time and place where they can have a conversation with you at that point, or maybe they forgot, or maybe they're tied up, or maybe their phone doesn't work, or their phone didn't receive the missed call at all, or whatever it is. There's 1,000 other reasons why, but that automatic thought is going to trigger you thinking that it's me, something to do with me, I'm boring, I'm bad, I'm not a good friend, whatever the situation may be. Generalizing, over generalizing, is viewing isolated events as evidence that the following events will become troubled. So, if you have one bad day and you feel like the entire week is going to be screwed up, if you get one day where, from start to finish, it was just a terrible day, especially if it starts on a Monday for most of us, automatically feel like, man, this whole week is going to be trash. I mean, if you start thinking the whole week's going to be trash, it is going to be trash. It's within your power to try to make it different, because situations and circumstances have no power without you giving it, and it's only you can give those situations and circumstances that power. And I know I'm standing here saying this, and it's really easier said than done, but putting it into practice, like they say, practice makes perfect. That's all you have to do, is just put it into practice. Try to repeat until it becomes second nature. Just the way repeating those negative thoughts becomes second nature, you want to repeat the positive thoughts so they can push the negative thoughts out and they become second nature. Polarizing, viewing situation in a black and white versus trying to see the gray. You look at something, it's either one extreme or the other, versus trying to see that gray area where, it's a possibility it could be this, instead of it really being that bad or really being this bad. Maybe it's, it's just taking something to one extreme or the other. It's not seeing anything in that middle ground. And then emotionalizing is allowing the feelings about an event to override logical evaluation. It's kind of self-explanatory. Again, it's going through the phase or the situation. Alright, yeah, like I was saying, so it's about emotionalizing is about over exaggerating on the negative part of whatever it is in that situation, versus trying to look at anything positive out of it, and trying to dwell on the positive more than I'm sorry, guys. This camera's obviously not behaving. But it's trying to. Okay. It's trying to, or not trying to, but it is. Messing with the camera got me all screwed up. But yeah, emotionalizing is dwelling on the negative a lot more than you do on the positive. And you know, that's what brings us into that negative stage in our life. So whatever you can do, man, try to stay positive. You know, it's tough, but understanding those beliefs and looking into it, and a lot of times the more you can understand the situation is the more you can deal with that situation. And that's why I share this information. More you can understand that this is what it is that you're going through. Oh, I'm in that intermediate phase. That's what I'm doing. I'm emotionalizing, or I'm polarizing, or I'm catastrophizing, or I'm you know, in my core beliefs, you know, I'm thinking that I'm unloved, so I'm starting to behave like a person who's not loved, or whatever the situation is. Try to take yourself out of that negative place. Bring yourself to a positive place. Positive affirmations in the morning. You know, pray about it. Talk to someone about it. Repeat it, repeat it, repeat it until you believe it. Never stop until you can drill it into your head, and you don't stop until you believe it. Don't stop until you create new beliefs. Now that you know the beliefs that you're trapped in, now you know what you can work on. Now you know you can take yourself out of the core or the intermediate or the dysfunctional beliefs into the positive beliefs. Work on it. Appreciate you guys for watching a video. Definitely appreciate the support. Like, share, comment. Like I always say, if y'all got something to say, open your mouth and say it. Type it. I don't bite. If you want to do something more personal, my social media will be also attached at the bottom in the comment section, so you could definitely hit me up on my social media. Talk to me if you got something you want to share, if you got a question, something you want me to make a video about, question you want me to answer, whatever it is, let me know. Definitely like the video if you like the contents of it. Share it if you feel like you know someone that it. Y'all know he did that intentional, right? I swear, for Eminem, Skittles, and Bits, he did that intentional. This dog's like a human being, man. Anyways. You done? Like the video if you like the contents of it. Share it if you feel like you know someone. Share it if you feel like you know someone that the information contained in this video can help. I mean, you never know, man. Even if you feel like they're showing you just a few of those symptoms, a few of those behaviors, call it out. You know, not in a negative way. Be mindful of your approach, but call it out in a nice way. You know, bring them to the video. Show them the video. Talk to them about the core beliefs. Let them know what you know. Let them know you love them. You're never too manly or too woman or too grown to tell somebody you love them. And you never know how powerful or impactful saying that to someone can be. But like I said, I appreciate y'all for watching the video. Like, subscribe, hit the notification bell so that way you can stay in tune on when I drop the videos on here. And you already know it's your boy Ice.